What's up, guys? I'm Glenn with DIY Creators, and today I'm going to show you how I learned how to read a tape measure. So the way I learned how to read a tape measure is that from each line to each line is equal to 1 inch. And all these lines on here are represented as a measurement, and looking at a tape measure can be a little difficult to understand the lines if you don't understand how to read these. So within 1 inch or whole, you have half. Now, it takes 4 quarters to equal 1. Can't write. So when I read a tape measure, I always look for these quarter marks, and I have 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, and 1. I mean, most people wouldn't refer to this as 2 quarter, but if you add 1 quarter and another quarter, it equals 2 quarter, which is half. So if I didn't complicate that, the way I do things in my head is I start by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's your 4 half. And what's half of a quarter? You have an eighth. All right, eighth, eighth, eighth. And in my head, I start here by saying 1/8, 2/8, and I call this one 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. Now, half of an eighth is a 16th. You draw out your 16th mark. And the best way in my head that I do this as well is I like to simplify the things. Is 1/16. When I'm doing this, the one thing I do in my head, and I've been doing this for years, is I go 1/16, 2/16, 3/16. So notice what I did there is I counted this one as a 16th. Now, it's not labeled as a 16th if you look on any measurements, but in my head, that's how I keep track of where I'm at on a tape measure. So you go 1/16, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, 5/16, 6/16, 7/16, 8/16, 9/16, 10/16, 11/16, 12/16, 13/16. 14/16, 15/16. So this is the way I learned how to use a tape measure, and I found this very easy to remember. I always find the half mark and the quarter mark, and that's how I keep my measurements in my head by using this method. I don't complicate things and try to remember that this is here and that is there. Like I just start with my half and quarter, and that helps me remember and know how to read a tape measure on the fly. So that's how I learned how to read a tape measure. If you find this useful, give me a thumbs up, share it, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button for more helpful tips and cool DIY projects. Catch you guys on the next one.